Hello and welcome to Inspired Caregiver. My name is Michelle. I created this podcast because I was the primary family caregiver for both of my grandmothers for a collective 7 years, which meant I handled everything from car keys to managing their households, dealing with all this stuff, and then ultimately end-of-life care. And I've worked in senior living as a result of that experience for over 7 years. So this podcast is designed to share with you insights, tips, tricks, and inspiration through those experiences, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Inspired Caregiver. Hello, caregivers. How are you today? Today, I would like to touch on, I've been thinking about the sustainability factor of caregiving, because so often it feels like things are just dragging on and on and on. And it's one of the biggest challenges that I remember feeling when taking care of both of my grandmas. And I see it a lot in support groups as well. Like, I can't do this anymore. Some people have horrible guilt around the thought, will they ever die? Or I don't have a life anymore. Will I ever have a life again? And people are really suffering and feel completely trapped by their circumstances. So I know for a lot of people, the caregiver role kind of creeps in. You know, it starts with helping with some groceries, maybe some light yard work here and there. Then it amps up to taking people to the doctor, some meal preparation, paying bills, and it just evolves into helping manage someone's whole life, their household and livelihood, potentially living arrangements. So whatever that order was for you, I know a lot of people don't realize or anticipate that you're going to get to the point you are today, where you're just feeling like this is just never going to end. And you just feel like you're drowning. So the first thing I want to share with you is you are not alone. You really aren't. We all think our situation is so unique. And working with families over the years and different residents, and then being a support group facilitator, just hearing people's stories, there are patterns and some consistencies. Of course, we're all special and unique, but there are some things that really connect us that are consistent across the board. So just really understanding that you are not alone, even if everything feels so personal and vulnerable. It is happening with other people. Even those really embarrassing stories, like your family member has started urinating all over the house, or maybe they're making suggestive comments to you, and this is your parent we're talking about, not a spouse. Someone else out there is in the same boat. In one of my caregiver support groups online, we've jumped from 3,000 members to 7,000 members over the course of the last year. And perhaps there's some behind the scenes stuff that I don't understand with Facebook, but I think people are just realizing that there are these support group resources for them. So that is an option for you. Go online and just search caring for parents or caring for a spouse, whatever the circumstance is, caring for an elderly family member, and see if you're on Facebook, see if there's a support group that you're interested in joining. The other thing is your local area office on aging or the Alzheimer's Association are good resources for you. Every city has a local area office on aging. And so when you're feeling like the sustainability of the situation is too much for you, I just would really encourage you to get connected with some other people, because hearing other people's stories and situations can help take you out of your own a little bit, to give you a different idea or perspective that can help recharge you, re-energize you. You just cannot pour from an empty pitcher. Over time, over the years, My children will ask me for a specific meal request, and I have consistently said, I don't have ingredients for that. Well, this is what I want. Well, I cannot give you what I don't have. Like, if I don't have noodles, I can't make you mac and cheese. So as a caregiver, it's the same thing. You cannot operate from depleted energy. And so if you're starting to really feel like things are unsustainable, I have another episode on this podcast where I give you some other ideas about shifting gears, but really checking your energy levels and boundaries. Maybe there are some new boundaries that need to be set in place that will help you keep going. I think the energy and your boundaries are the greatest thieves of sustainability that I have seen. So think about what is something that you can do for yourself that will fill you up. I think this podcast is a great start. And if you know somebody else who's in a similar situation, share it with them, because I'm sure they'll find some value here as well. I know that you are feeling like time is just so stretched thin when you're taking care of someone else and helping somebody else, but even 2 minutes a day for a gratitude practice can have huge impacts on your state of mind. And this is something, it's best if you can write them down, and if you can come up with 3 new things every day. Like, it'd be really easy for me just to put my cup of coffee every morning, but my goal every day is I actually write down 5 things that I'm feeling grateful for. And I look to the last 24 hours to come up with some ideas. Or also just, the cozy blankets and cup of coffee, they have their place on that list too. So 2 minutes a day of gratitude. Scientifically, actually, it has been proven that it can help rewire your brain. At stoplights, observe your breath. Is your breath shallow? So take some deep cleansing breaths. The Navy SEALs use box breathing to calm their nervous system, and you can use it too. And all of these little things will help you with your mindset around the sustainability of helping this person that you love. So your box breathing is breathe in for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and hold for a count of 4. So box breathing is a good way to help with your mindset. Buy yourself flowers. Is there something else that you can do that would bring you joy, that will help you with a little jump start on your mindset? Go outside and get a breath of fresh air. So with each of these things, the goal is to just do something slightly different. We get very patterned and routine in our days and how we handle situations. And your whole goal here is to just do anything different that will help you with a little mindset shift to move you to resetting your energy for your caregiver role. And remember, you are not alone. And whoever you are taking care of or helping out, they are so lucky to have you. You are such a blessing in their life. And I know they may not tell you that, and that can be really frustrating. I really liked my episode on love languages. And if your love language is words of affirmation and you are not feeling the love from someone, they're not saying thank you, that can just be really wearing, really hard on you. So keep up the great work. I see you, I hear you, and I love you. I hope you have a great day.